1600 metres to race. And away they go. Unfortunately, Dan Delago stood when the starter said go and loses a distance at the gates once again as Grafton Street came away best of all to lead early from Predestination, gone up to race in second. Lancelin is racing amongst the leading line. They've followed on the inside by League of Honour, then Jet Into the Wind. A couple of lengths back along the inside, Tales of Bravery. Behind that is Master Barry, Omaha Beach racing back one from last. And Emerald Cove is the back marker as they race through this far turn with about 1,000 metres left to go. And Grafton Street, carting the field along, has the lead by a couple of lengths. Lancelin has gone to race second. Predestination is third. Last year's winner, League of Honour, is scraping paint at the fence in fourth with Jet Into the Wind on the outside. Tales of Bravery and Kiss Again. Those two go along together, followed 1.5 lengths by Omaha Beach. Then Master Barry, Emerald Cove, and Dan Delago is another 25 lengths back. At the top of the lane in the Jetmaster takes 600 metres left to race, and Grafton Street is still the leader. Predestination on his outside. Lancelin is slipping through along the inside. They followed by Jet Into the Wind. Tales of Bravery starting to gain ground along the inside. A League of Honour, Kiss Again, is coming up towards the outside of the pack. They come inside the final 200 metres now. Tales of Bravery throws down the gauntlet between runners. Jet Into the Wind is on his outside. Kiss Again. Emerald Cove is unwinding from near the back of the field. It's Tales of Bravery, Jet Into the Wind, Kiss Again and Emerald Cove, but Tales of Bravery is digging down deep, and Tales of Bravery goes on to win it. Emerald Cove runs on for second. Behind that, Jet Into the Wind, Kiss Again. Further back to Master Barry, then Lancelin, Grafton Street, League of Honour faded tamely, Omaha Beach, Predestination, and Dan Delago.
For the faint-hearted, poor old Dan Delago, he didn't jump after all the work that they put into him. So back to the drawing board there. But, you know, somebody will be delighted with the race, as always, and that man's Vaughan Marshall, because Vaughan told me at Manos last night that you thought he'd win today, you thought he'd go for the Queen's Plate, and you still think he'll win the Met.
Well, we're on plan, we're on track, to put it that way, Neil, but very pleasing way that he won today. Not too hard a race, but it was a good gallop for him, and I'm very, very pleased.
He's really been a fabulous horse to own. We'll talk to Roy in a moment, but does he give you problems at home? Because he looks like an absolute joy here on the racetrack.
He can be a little bit of a bugger sometimes, but he's a great horse, a lovely horse to train, and well, just great to train. Winner for Roy, you know, he's been a staunch supporter of mine since 1981, and really it's just wonderful. But there's a lot of teamwork, you know, and my wonderful assistant Adele, she puts in a lot of work, and a big thank you to her and the rest of the yard. It's really great to have winners like this.
Now, it is Cape Guineas Day. I spoke to Dean Cannemare earlier on, and I said, when you look in the Almanac for Sports, it says Cannemare under the Cape Guineas, but just below that it says Vaughan Marshall, because you've had a great relationship with the Cape Guineas. I know you've won it with Captain Al. Before that, the great Sea Warrior, I remember, and you were telling me last night you've run places as well. But no runner for you today, but I still value your opinion, and so will the folks out there. What do you think today? I mean, what is your 1, 2, 3 for the Guineas?
You know, it's a very competitive race, Neil, but, you know, I always rather go with a horse that's done it the hard way, and I think Variety Club is that horse, you know. What more must he do, you know, and obviously the filly is special, but, you know, a good colt will always beat a good filly, but I think Variety Club's the right one.
Plus the trainer learned from the best, didn't he?
Well, I'd like to say so.
Thanks very much, Vaughan. Let's get Peter De Beyer in here, because you get as well some bubbly as well. Peter, thank you very much. I'll have a word with Peter right at the end, but if we can get MJ in here, another top-class ride, and, well, he's a nice horse, MJ, and he's won nicely, and he's on track for the Queen's Plate and the Met.
Yeah, his prep last year started off very well, and I mean he went through the season very well except for the Joburg season, and he started this year again, and it just seems like he's gotten better this year. Today, like Mr. Marshall said before, and I also said, it was just a prep for him, and he won it nicely. I mean he didn't win it by lengths, but he won, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of work still to do with him. Yeah,
going through the 100 at one stage, I think there were a few question marks, whether he'd get there, and then he did get there. Did he get a little bit tired at the end?
I must be honest, Grant had 51 on his back, I had 60, so 9 kilos. I headed him, and he came at me again, but this was put his head down, and he was always going to fight whatever was going to come at him to the line.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I hope this is the start of a fantastic season for you.
Yeah, let's hope so. This year's been a bit tough, but I must just thank a lot to Mr. Marshall. He's been very loyal to me, to all the owners, everyone concerned. Thank you to my sponsor, Avantier. I'll be sitting on the bench shouting for Variety Club.
Fantastic. Well, we've got something on a hot day for you to have a bit of a swigwig after races, of course.
Also to Mr. Eckstein, thanks very much.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to speak to Roy now. Let's get Roy in. Here's a great man of racing, loves his racing. You know, there's so many people in racing who own horses, Roy. Turner, they don't want to see me, they want to see you. Who are very enthusiastic, and you've had some great race horses, and this is maybe the best.
I think it could well be. This one and a Horseshoe Express some years back, but this is doing exceptionally well. And of course, Neil, as an owner, you're so nervous. Nothing's worse than being a 5 to 10 favourite. You know, you're thinking, how are you going to do it? Then you watch the race and he doesn't smack the horse. Well, you think, God, give him a go. You're winning just by a little bit. But a great win. I know Vaughan doesn't want to run second again in the Queen's Plate. He wants to go one better. So let's hope this is a good prep run for 3 weeks' time.
And then perhaps even further beyond that, another tilt at the J&B Met, which is going to be competitive.
Yes, last year we unfortunately found ourselves drawn on the outside. We had to lead and it was difficult, but we came a good fourth. Yeah, we'd like to go a lot better.
Okay, fantastic. Stay here for a moment. I'm going to get Peter DeBuyer in so the cameras can pick up Peter as well. And congratulations to you, Peter. Thank you very much for popping in. Good luck for the season.
Good. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you very much. Roy Eckstein there. We'll be delighted with that performance. Most importantly, for the punters, so are we, because after the first leg of the Pick Six, needed that to win as the Pick Six banker. Didn't win perhaps like a 5 to 10 shot, but the numbers in the frame, Pick Six is alive, and hopefully your jackpot if, as we suggested, you bank at it.